Just wondering, what kind of mind frame are you in with this opportunity, knowing that you had sort of a turbulent 2024? Where's your head at right now, I guess?
I'm thankful, just to get another opportunity to be here. That's one day at a time. Control what I control, make the most of my opportunities. And that's how it is for me right now.
How would you describe last year?
Last year is last year. Just worry about this year.
What were your conversations like with Andy Berry and Kevin Stefanski when you decided whether or not to sign here, and they were deciding whether or not to sign here?
Really just what I bring to the table, like how I'm gonna move forward and stuff like that. And I feel like I'm doing the right things right now, just moving forward.
How difficult will it be to get back to that form when you are really playing so well for the Steelers?
I'm still in that form. It's just a matter of whenever I get my opportunity, be able to put it on film.
How much many conversations have you had with Kenny before you signed here and since you signed here? What has he meant to kind of your transition here?
I feel like he was probably a part of me coming here or whatnot, and just like our relationship go back to Pittsburgh. We got a good relationship. We probably haven't talked like we did before, but I'm saying when we reached out or whatever, it was like picked up on.
Was the Browns the only team that you looked at coming?
Yeah, that was really the only team that hit me up. Yeah.
What can you do for this football team? Obviously, we have watched you play for so many years. What do you feel like you can do here for the Cleveland Browns this year?
Just another weapon to the receiver room, offense. Make plays. Can be a help to the young guys, stuff like that. Really just trying to be myself. Get back to where I left at. Just like I say, make the most of my opportunities whenever they come. Put it on film. That's really my main focus.
Is there a reason you weren't here for OTAs?
I had a coach about that, so we all good.
Okay.
Diontae, I know you haven't had much time yet with Jerry, but just what do you think of his game and playing alongside him, how you guys might be able to complement one another?
He's nice. Just him to be able to be man covers, get open his zone. I'm familiar with Jerry, he's from Florida too, so but like I say, he's a weapon, to have a good guy to have on the other side, and whoever's on the opposite side, whether it's me or whoever it is, gives them a chance to get one-on-one opportunities and stuff like that. So, like I said, that's what he brings to the table.
I know you said last year was last year.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time you've really spoken since the end of the season.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's maybe a misunderstanding with the way things went down?
Sure. I don't like to speak on a lot of stuff, so I just, everybody gonna have their opinions. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm the only one in that room and really know what be going on. So I can only, everybody, like I say, they entitled to their own opinion. So I can only go off of what I know and then try to go off what I, put out there, like in my best effort. But like I said, last year, I'm trying to change that narrative and move the right way and just keep going, bro.
With your route running ability and Jerry's route running ability, it seems like you guys are kind of on an even playing field with each other with your deep route running ability.
Yeah.
So what's it going to be like for a quarterback to have both of you guys getting that kind of separation and running those kind of routes together?
Really, it's kick the boys and whoever we want to go to, whatnot. So just getting open, really, just going to determine that.
Were you surprised that no other team reached out to you?
It's NFL business. I don't have no control over that. The Browns called, and I'm happy to be here, and that's all I'm worried about.
Other than them calling, was there something else attractive about this team? Because you played.
I know the AB liked me coming out during the draft and stuff like that, so that's one of the things he mentioned to me.
Diontae, it's important for any receiver to establish a rapport with the quarterback. When you have 4 quarterbacks and there's so much movement, how do you go about trying to create rapport with any of them or all of them?
Whatever, routes on there, 7-on-7, when you got here at practice and stuff. It's really football, you know what I'm saying? Whoever at quarterback, just throw and catch. It ain't time. I don't feel like the time and stuff don't bother me because whoever's gonna throw the ball, I'm gonna catch it once it's in the vicinity or something like that. So.
It's not any harder with the difference in the timing between them?
It's just catch the ball if you come your way.
Diontae. Former teams, Pittsburgh and Baltimore, play twice a year. Were those being?
You know what? yeah, you know what? I'm looking forward to them for sure.
Diontae, given just how sort of tumultuous the last couple of years were for you,
Say it again?
Just how the last couple of years have gone for you. Do you feel like you came away like learning anything about yourself, or just
One bad year. One year. I had 5 great seasons in Pittsburgh. It's 1 year that don't define me as a player, or none of that, my character, none of that. So, like I say, everybody gonna say what they want to say about me, but I know who I am as a person deep down, and that's all that matters to me. So,
Do you feel like you have anything to prove to yourself or the league coming out there?
be myself and prove everybody wrong. That's my mindset. Keep going. Don't worry about the outside noise. Worry about what goes on in between these gates.
I guess when you talk about that stuff and changing the narrative and controlling what you can control, I guess, what does that look like for you? Is it just going out on the field and performing?
Just play instead of just thinking about all the other stuff. Just play. When I made the most of my opportunities, when I get in, cheer my teammates on, be a great teammate, stuff like that.
So given the fact that you don't feel like this was anything but just an off year for you, just one weird year, I'm guessing then that you're not taking any extra steps or measures to try to make sure that you have a good year and that some of those types of things don't follow you into this season.
I mean, you talking about me not being here?
Yeah, no. I just mean, do you feel like, is there anything that you want to do to keep, your head on straight and make sure that this goes right?
Come here with a great attitude, you know what I'm saying? Be a great teammate, you know what I'm saying? Be on time and stuff, do what I gotta do, and like I say, the rest gonna take care of itself. Football is football at the end of the day. Once we get in routine and minds, that's all it's about.
After tomorrow, you will have spring practices with this team. Is there catching up to do before you come back to training?
I was here actually a week before that too, so it's not just them 3. So yeah, but
You caught up?
I got a good relationship with Deshaun Watson, Kenny Pickett, so like Shador, like this. If I need a question or something, I can always call or whatever it is. Like, it's not like I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I've got the playbook and stuff like that, and I can study at home, so I'm on top of my stuff too. So.
Kenny, you obviously played with beforehand, but how did you build the relationships with Shador and with Deshaun? Is that just from being here, or how does that come about?
Just being around a little bit, just respect. You know what I'm saying? Just him seeing me in the league a little bit. I know what he do and stuff like that. So just look stuff like that.
Obviously, you guys are limited in this portion of this, but for you, just getting in here and being able to work with the team, what's the most important thing for you to get out of this as you enter that break and then obviously kind of get rid of it?
I'm just, like I said, be here, you know what I'm saying? Do what I'm told, you know what I'm saying? Do my job, my assignments, just execute. That's all there is to it.
Will you work with Kenny and Jerry or any of those guys in the offseason?
Everybody do their own thing, so it depends on what everybody got going on all the time. But I'm sure we'll catch up at some time.
Where do you go back?
Last one. That's where I'll be at.